I've been asked, and it has really been a pleasure of mine to honor my past teacher, Adolphus Daniel. He has added value to my life from way back in the 70s, and I see it as an obligation in my own life to add value to others. Everything I do is as a result of my desire to add value. So when I meet with you, it mustn't be a pleasure for you to leave me, but it must be a pleasure that you have interacted with me, so I think. So it started as a 4-month student. When I passed those days, the Common Entrance Exam, now called the SCA, I was one of the top 100. I got a book grant of $24 per term. I was in the scholarship class at St. Mary's College, and thereafter it went all downhill. I couldn't keep up with the studies for whatever reason. You could send the social scientists to assess me, but I just couldn't cope. I was demoted all the time till I ended up in the lowest class. St. Mary's operates like that. If you can't make, you go down. The lowest class, lower 5C. And in praise and honor to my parents, they never gave up on me. Somebody told my mother about Daniel's education community, DEC, in those days in Belmont, the corner of St. Margaret's Lane and Belmont Circular Road. And that was another of her tries with me. So that episode started in September of that year. The year I was supposed to write the Cambridge O-levels, now called the CXC. And again, in praise to my parents, we lived at Chagonas, and I would walk to class from St. Mary's, and they would come in the night to pick me up. Now, don't think that in those days the traffic was any better, because we had the Uriah Butler Highway, was then called the Princess Margaret Highway, was 1 lane up, 1 lane down. So it was still 2 hours. We have put 6 lanes and we have achieved nothing. So they used to come back in the night with food, dinner, whatever, and it was about 4 or 5 days a week. I think Friday we used to get off. But you know what? More importantly, in the space of September to exams were in May and June, I went from the bottom of the class to the top of the class. I excelled in mathematics in particular. I got all distinctions in science from being a failure in the eyes of many. In fact, some of my colleagues see me today, and they remember the Rae of that era, the failing way. Okay, if that's what they want to remember, that's fine. But more importantly, so I was able to do well in the O-levels, and I tried to get into the Form 6 program. And I had to beg the St. Mary's authorities to get in because I did not do additional mathematics. Because I was so bad in mathematics, nobody wanted to put me to do additional mathematics. But I begged them, I told them, if I can prove in 4 months' time that I am capable of passing additional mathematics, would you keep me? So they allowed me to do it. And I started additional mathematics with the Daniel's education community. This time was not Adolphus Daniel teaching. He taught exclusively maths and physics, the chemistry and the additional mathematics. Others taught it. But you see, the community was trained by him. So despite the teachers didn't come from the prestigious institutions. Many of that particular teacher for additional mathematics came from the Belmont Secondary. And in 4 months' time, I got a distinction in London exam. I'm not saying great things about me. I am saying about an educator who had a system of helping the student to find his potential. There's an old saying, when the student is ready, the teacher will be found. I was ready for many years, but I didn't know how to move up. the Daniel's Educational Community, and the name changed all the time. What didn't change was the name Daniel. My sisters, my two younger sisters, they also progressed. They have done well in life. In fact, one of my sisters is a pediatric cardiologist abroad. They're both abroad. But I have honored my parents. I continue to honor my parents. Today is not to honor my parents. Today is to honor a man who has helped to transform my life. My parents never gave up on me, for which I'm grateful. And today, it is my pleasure, and it's an honor for me to give credit to this man who has transformed my life academically, but more importantly, in a confidence way. I have the confidence. It borders on arrogance. As you can see, those of you who read my writing, it borders on that level. So he has transformed my way of thinking such that I am obligated to add value to others and to improve the quality of life for everybody that I interact with. That's my outlook.